if you were to take a look at this package here, and you look at Mr. Conor Sweeney there, and you would look at some of these ghouls and goblins and what they actually have on them, especially that mask there, you'd probably say this is an Astron 6 movie. But since Astron 6 technically isn't Astron 6 anymore, this is just a Steve Costanza movie called Frankie Freako, which stars everybody that was in Astron 6. So it feels like an Astron 6 movie. And I say this because I love that group. Absolutely love that group. Father's Day is one of my favorite movies ever made. But, times move on. Group disbands, even though they're still making movies like this together. And we have Frankie Freako. This dude is like the most plain Jane guy in the world. Don't drink caffeine, none of that type of stuff. He doesn't really make love to his woman. He holds her hand. And she's gone for the weekend, so he calls this number, the Frankie Freako number, to get a little freaky and get a little spice in his life, which brings these fellas into play as they come to his house and start tearing up everything, causing all kinds of trouble. Harmless trouble, somewhat, although it's Astron 6, so some of the stuff that happens to him, you think, well, that should kill him, but it's okay. It's Astron 6. But nonetheless, the events bring forth this evil person that's kind of destroyed everything on their home planet. So that becomes the conflict, and that becomes the film Frankie Freako, which, if you take anything in Frankie Freako seriously, you're doing it wrong. It's supposed to be silly. It's supposed to be off the wall. There is some blood, not much, but there's some really cool effects. So yeah, it's outrageous. I give it a 3 out of 5. I liked it. And here it is. It's like having Astron 6 back, even though they're not using the name anymore. This is from Scream Factory. You get the nice little sidebar there. You get the back here, which you know what to expect if you watch these guys' movies. Audio commentary with Steve Costanza, actor Conor Sweeney, and the cinematographer. Fasten your Freakbelts behind the scenes. Conor and Frankie, conversation actors. Frankie Freako's future Fun Time Phone commercial. Antique segments, which he watches the Antique Roadshow thing in the film, and that's what you get. You take that off, and hey, it's the same cover. It's the same back. But pop her open, and there's the disc. Pop the disc out, and it's like basically a shot of what their world is like that they have to go back to. So yeah, it's a good movie. It's fun. I don't know where I would rank it amongst Astron 6 or Astron 6 alumni, which Father's Day is the best. Maybe the editor. Of course, then you got to end up like talking about the last Leprechaun movie, and then you got to start talking about The Void, which is probably the most serious one. Adam Brooks is in this, which I think Adam Brooks is always great. He plays like the boss of Connor, and we kind of realize that he's kind of setting Connor up for failure, even though Connor doesn't realize it. Still an interesting thing. Still an interesting movie. It's fun. If you want a good time, I don't really know if it qualifies as a horror movie or whatnot, even though it is Scream Factory. But it's just a lot of mindless fun that some of the jokes are a little bit more clever than you might think if you think about it. So yeah, I will never not recommend a film with these guys in it, especially when they keep putting out quality ones, and this is quality, so check it out.